Hello, my name is Louis Herrin III, and I'm running for Austin City Council, District 4. I think the city was poor in their design of doing the system. If you look at it, it's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve. The city is taking away garages, driveways, and requiring people to park on the street. They're looking at putting three houses on the same lot. It's going to cause more flooding. The infrastructure is not designed for that. It's going to cost us more problems that way. And I think the city was short-sighted. At a recent forum that I was at, a city council member, current city council member, stated that the developers will design around trees because they're going to end up cutting down trees. I don't know how many lots in town where all the trees are on the fence line and not in the middle of the yard. So we need more housing, but what it's going to do is actually going to cause more problems because neighbors going to sell their lot. Somebody's going to put three houses on it, which is going to cause the surrounding homes to go up, cost them more money. So it's going to really actually hurt the people than help the people. Right now, the city of Austin is getting a glut of apartments, but single-family homes, it's going to be hard. And if you're starting to look at postage stamp lots, it's better to probably be in an apartment than being on a postage stamp lot. They're doing it in my neighborhood, and what I see, it's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve. They're making the streets very narrow. I don't know how they're saying they're doing for making it for pedestrians or bikes because they're narrowing the roads. It's going to be more dangerous for people to ride their bikes. We already had, in my neighborhood, we already have sidewalks, but to get in safety, to get in fire, to get in ambulances, it's going to be much harder to get it with people parking on both sides of the streets. The streets are very narrow. It really also looks weird where you have people in my neighborhood who has mailboxes, and all of a sudden now their mailboxes are on the other side of the new curb, and it looks weird. But I'm totally against what they're doing right now. The thing is, Austin's got to make up for the '70s where we had the No Growth Council, where the council basically prohibited expanding our road systems. That's why Austin does not really have a good east-west. It's more of a north-south. And if you were here in the '80s, everybody was complaining about building MOPAC. We need the infrastructure, even if we're looking at the Project Connect. We still need the roads. You know, not everybody's going to be out without a vehicle. The other thing you got to remember too, on narrowing the streets, the buses aren't going to be able to go down it. And you're looking at City of Austin, looking at today, how hot and how humid it is. You can see retired people walking blocks, miles to a bus stop. So the city, I think, is short-sighted in doing what they're doing. 4 years ago, I ran for city council, and we were paying $35,000 per homeless person. What I hear now, we're paying around $28,000. So at least it went down, but the numbers have gone up. The number of people of homeless. The city has been looking at housing first solutions. And if you kind of look at what's happening in California, say look at the city of San Diego, they are fighting the housing first because they're saying it's not working. Austin needs to come up with a better plan. I have been pushing for years to expand like Mobile Loaves and Fishes, the San Antonio's Haven for Hope kind of project. And I'm looking for that where you have to kind of look at the homeless and break it down into different categories. You got people who are homeless that were even living on, paycheck to paycheck because Austin's getting more expensive to live, but they've had a problem. They've had a divorce. They had family issues, had a sickness. Somebody got hurt, and it caused them to become homeless. We need to help those people to get back on the track. We got other folks that are have mental issues, and we need to force the state to do what they're supposed to instead of, and I hate to use this word, dumping it on the city of Austin. The fourth category is we got a lot of drug addicts, alcoholics that are just living on the streets, and unless they want help, I think we're just spending money on them. And then the fourth category is people who decide to live off the track and just live off the people. But we need to help the people we can, work with groups. But what we really need to do is make sure we're spending our money wisely. And that's the one thing I would be pushing for if I got elected to city council. Because if you looked at the partial audit that they did for the homeless, there's no accountability for where a lot of this money's going.